Right, cool. I'm going to start in a cool way.
In a cool way. Please welcome Neil Hurst.
Hello, boys and girls. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Interval Conversations. It's a takeover. I'm taking over this episode to talk to the man who's had all these wonderful podcasts over the lockdown, Nathan. Give us a wave, Nathan.
Hello.
Hello. It's nice to see you, mate.
Nice to see you too.
The tables have been turned. We can ask the questions that are really been gripping us for the last few weeks. So, first of all, when are you going to shave that ridiculous beard off? I'm joking. So, well done. So, most people who are watching this live this evening will have just watched your PANTO. Not your actual pantomime, but PANTO, the play you wrote, which I've just watched. And it's fabulous. Really well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And also congratulations for your interval conversations you've done. How many episodes will you have done by the end of it?
30 episodes overall.
30 episodes.
And it was meant to be 10 originally. Well,
there you go. You see, these good ideas have a way of snowballing, don't they? But congratulations. 30 episodes is really cool. I do a podcast with some friends of mine, and we set out to do 10 episodes a series, and we've done about 6. But never mind. Anyway. So tell us about PANTO. Tell us about what we've just watched. Where did the idea come from?
So the idea actually came from you quite a few years ago.
From me, yes. Yeah.
So the idea sort of stuck with me over the years when I was at uni. We're doing a writing workshop. I said, "Oh, come up with an idea," and this idea just stayed all the time, just stuck with me. I was like, I can do something with this. So I just started writing down what I heard backstage and looking for inspirations in people I knew for the characters.
Not necessarily a great idea. You should never write down what you hear backstage.
No.
The stuff.
Adapted.
Oh, adapted. That's fine then. But seriously, I think. So tell you what. Just to break it all down for everybody, perhaps they may be joining us and have not watched PANTO, not watched your thing, and they're just watching this podcast. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the premise and the story and what happens?
Yeah, so it's set backstage at a theatre during the run of the pantomime on Christmas Eve, and these 4 characters are sharing a dressing room. So you have Neil, Tom, Nick, and Steve. So you have the comedian, Prince, villain, and Dame, and they're all very similar, but they have clashing personalities. Like they've all got something going on. Whereas at the same time, we've got a stage manager whose voice is heard throughout. She gets broken up with via cans on the phone. Steve's trying to hide alcohol backstage. Tom's looking in the mirror. Neil's eating sweets. And Nick's having a midlife crisis. So nice family comedy.
So this must have been a story I told you about a pantomime I did many years ago, and probably Tom, Steve, Nick, and definitely Neil knows who he is. So these are the people that they're heightened versions of it, aren't they? They're different, yeah. They're expanded. But yeah, I did a pantomime. Excuse me. And it was a bit of a crazy dressing room situation, but that's what makes it brilliant. That's what. I'm at a point in my career now where if I'm offered, say I'm offered the role of King Herod in Jesus Christ Superstar or a Teen Angel in Greece, that would be my ideal gig, because I can sit in the dressing room and I can just go on and just do something awesome and then come back off and just sit in the dressing room for the rest of the show. I love being in the dressing room, I really do. Some people call it lazy. Well, yes, it's lazy, but I love it. And I often find that a lot of the magic things happen in in the dressing room, you know, that you just sort of laugh about and you enjoy for years to come. And I think what you did there, you encapsulated, you know, just a moment in time, especially on a Christmas Eve, because Christmas Eve shows are special. You know, they're special for an audience coming to watch the pantomime because it's Christmas tomorrow, but it's also special for the actors because they get to spend the day at home the following day, which is, you know, they may have been away from home for weeks on end, and they finally get that opportunity to spend a day with their loved ones back at home. So it is a special time. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I like the way that you sort of structured it as well. You had before the show, and you know, and then in the interval and stuff. And it just really, just nice, just a really nice concept for it. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
But, so I've got some questions here for you.
Yes.
Yeah, very intense questioning. All right, we're going to talk about Panto.
Yes.
You're watching just for the minute. I'll get back to the interval conversations in a bit. So, what are the inspirations for the characters? Now, I know there's a character called Neil.
Yes.
Who eats lots of sweets and drinks lots of fizzy drinks before he goes on stage and shouldn't really do that. Where did that inspiration come from?
Oh, I don't know, Neil.
I think we'll move on from that one.
Yeah. I did it in a loving way.
Good. I'm glad.
From a good place.
Nice. You know, it's the best form of flattery, isn't it? That's what they say.
Yeah.
So what about the other characters then?
Tom is based off Mr. Tom Milner. So you've done.
I've never guessed.
So, but his like Waterloo Road days where he was looking in the mirror most of the time.
Well, he's a handsome lad, you know. In all fairness to him, you know.
Yeah.
At least he can look in a mirror. I can't.
Like a reflection duck.
Yeah.
Who else? Steve. Steve is a mix of quite a few people. You know, so you've got the energy of Adam Stafford.
Oh, right, yeah. Adam did pantomime with Adam at the Victoria Theatre.
He's Matt Kennedy as well, who was in as well. And I've always envisioned him sort of looking like Steve Fortune.
Yeah, okay. Steve Fortune was another game that we had at the Victoria Theatre over my panto years there. I mean, I've worked with Steve and Adam, and you couldn't choose two better dames to pick bits off. Two great, fabulous, traditional dames, but they've got great energy on stage and just a joy to work with. So you couldn't have picked two better people to sort of steal their identities.
With what happens with Steve, because he turns out to be an alcoholic in the show, people who know me, I work as a cocktail bartender, so I've seen some people in States trying to hide drinks and stuff. So
yeah,
that little inspiration comes in.
He was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. And and of course Nick, there's the character of Nick as well, who's the you know, he's away from home and he's had a few too many beverages, shall we say.
Nick, he's going through the midlife crisis, so he's got a lot of pressure going on to him. Who's he based on? He is based off someone I went to university with, and I won't say his name because he left.
It's not Nick.
And well, there is Mr. Nick Barclay as well.
Yeah, Nick's and another actor I worked with in pantomime. Yeah. These quite early in the Victoria Theatre pantomime days. Yeah, Nick played like Ebenezer. He played Ugly Sister once as well.
Yeah.
Great actor, lovely guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the what is nice about this as well is you've been able to use some local talent to us. They've actually gone away to the bright lights of London's West End. I'd have loved to have been a part of this, by the way. I would have genuinely loved to be a part of it, but unfortunately I've been working myself, so unfortunately I wasn't able to do the readings and stuff. But it's been nice to see. We have Ben Eagle, obviously playing Neil. Is that because he's a handsome devil like me?
Yes.
That's fine, okay. And then we had Leon, of course, Leon Kay, Rick White, and then I didn't know the other two. So did they go to university with you?
Yes, so I lived with Matt Kennedy in my second year.
Right, okay.
He was in the original reading in 2015, so about 5 years.
He's one of the OGs.
The OG. Then my friend Beckett, probably my best friend from uni.
Brilliant.
So she agreed to do it. I was like, yes. And now she's helping me rewrite the script.
Well, that's it, isn't it? You're able to look at this now. And I mean, when I've workshopped lots of musicals, and I've workshopped lots of, well, not I haven't done many plays workshop, but I've workshopped lots of musicals, and you can film it like you've done now, and you can go away and you can look at it and say, oh, that worked, or that didn't work, or I like it when he said that, but actually when he said that, it didn't work the way that I'd envisioned it in my head, and da-da-da-da-da. So now you're in a great position where you've got some footage, you can go away and you can go, well, it worked to a certain extent, but how do we take it and build it and build it and build it? So is that the plan of battle?
Yeah, completely. Because this workshop reading is a workshop just so I know where I went wrong, essentially, or like we were saying, some things didn't work out, whereas others did. Like, right, we can use that idea, let's change that. So me and Becky, like I was saying, we've already cracked on with adapting the script a bit more. We've changed some stuff around.
Love it.
Just made it flow better. And I'm adding more gags in. It's brilliant.
Well, that's another thing I really liked about it. You're in a pantomime dressing room, but you're still doing some of these traditional pantomime routines. You know, who's on first, what's on second, all that. And it was nice to sort of scatter them in and out of the script. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Anyway, congratulations, mate. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure if anyone's been, the people who've been watching and then are watching this podcast afterwards, they'll have loved it too. And if you've not watched it yet, go back and watch it. But anyway, let's talk more about your interval conversations. Let's interview you. Oh. This is the grilling. So, you started this at the beginning of lockdown.
Yeah.
When the world was falling to its knees, you know, children were crying because they had to spend all summer at home. Mine were in floods of tears. But you decided, you know, to use the opportunity to do something which is fabulous. You did something. You created your Interval Conversations podcast. Where did that idea come from?
It was a drunken chat with one of my friends.
The best ideas come that way.
Yeah. And I decided, because I've always wanted to do podcasts, I was like, actually want to try it. Then I thought, what subject can I do it on? Then obviously theatres got closed and people say, it's only the interval. I went, interval conversations, they're always the best.
Yeah.
So...
Well, it's if the show's any good.
Oh, yeah. So, then I decided, I'll get some subjects together. Thought, let's see if I can get Billy and Neil. Then it just...
We your first episode, then?
Yep, you were my first episode.
Ah, right, I see. Right, okay, cool.
Yeah. Then it's just grown and grown. Since
fabulous.
Then.
No, honestly, I think, it's great. And it's been nice to sort of hear little snippets from people who are working in the business. I was going to say myself, but not myself. People like Billy and people like Emma Williams, Emma's one, who've been doing it for a very, very long time. But then, on the same respect, you have people like Ethan, who's literally just graduated, like bam, right now, just graduated into a career where there is no work. There's no work. There's no business at all. There's just no business. And, it was really interesting to get these two sides of the spectrum. You've got, obviously, Emma, who's done all these wonderful shows. in the West End. You've got Billy, of course, who's, well, Billy Pierce, what hasn't he done? And then you've also, you got Ethan, who's just about to start. We had that conversation with Olivia, who's just nicely sort of finding her feet in the world of television and stuff. So yeah, I honestly, I think you've really sort of hit a mix of all different people. Fabulous Rob Marsden as well, a great, well-known director. So congratulations on that. But also, the other thing I loved about it was the fact that not only we're going to look at the professional side, we're also going to look at, the amateur side, because, professionals built the Titanic and amateurs built the Ark. That's what I always say. So these guys here, these are the core of what, where those professionals came from, and I think it's really, really nice that you got us a nice mix of both, So, where was that idea? Was that part of the plan, or was it just a case of, well, I know some professionals, I know some amateurs, I'll just ask them, or was it to get sort of both?
Yeah, it was literally just, I know these people and know that.
Right. He owes me a favour.
So it was going to be, like I said, just 10 episodes originally.
Yeah.
Over 10 weeks. Then as I started chatting about it more and the first few episodes went out, people were literally asking to be on it, which was just weird. So it just grew and grew. Then I thought, right, I can get a good balance of stuff here. So as well as Amdram and professional, I've got set designers, I've got directors. A few of my friends are coming on and we're talking about drama at university. I've got Lizzie Jones, MBE, coming on. The episode going out today at time of recording, I've got a musical director coming on.
Right. So wow, so, you're literally ticking all boxes there, aren't you?
Yeah. I just thought we're all in the same industry, be it professional or Amdram. I don't want it just to be acting and stuff. I want it to show the wide range of jobs there are in this business.
Exactly. I mean, it's always something that the world of theatre and television, actually, it's that picture of an iceberg, isn't it?
Yeah.
The top here, it all looks majestic, and underneath you've just got so much more going on. It's a swan sliding across the surface, looking so lovely, but underneath, these legs are going absolutely hell for leather to push it along, and that's it. Whether it be a pantomime like you're doing, or a musical, or a film, or a television program, it's nothing. It really is nothing without the people behind, the freelancers who are now, sitting at home, waiting for the theatres to reopen again. I've been fortunate to have done some bits of TV since it's all sort of started happening again. But I haven't got a clue when theatre's going to open again. Hopefully soon. But we'll just have to see, So what about your lockdown? How's your lockdown been?
Full of interval conversations, really.
Is that it? That's it.
Yeah. I built my own home bar. Done so many quizzes.
I'm a bit quizzed to death. Are you quizzed to death?
I'd like to say yes, but I'm hosting one next week for Buttershaw. Big TV and film quiz. But,
TV and film quiz.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the poster I made.
TV and film quiz. I like it. Yeah.
Like Jurassic Park, but with Moss from IT Crowd.
But no, seriously though, mate. I think you've given a breath of fresh air to the lockdown and to the local, theatre community. We've been able to sort of enjoy conversations with you and people in the industry on an amateur level and a professional level, and those on that gap in the middle, that are making that transition, which is very exciting. And it'd be great one day for these guys to look back and go, oh, I've been doing this for 20 years now. You know, ping. Oh, it's my mum. She just texted. I've been doing this for 20 years now, and I can look back at this conversation and see where I was all those years ago, and you know, excited that I'm about to start a job that I really love. You know, it's brilliant. So congratulations, mate. I've enjoyed them. I know these people watching have enjoyed them.
All three of you.
Both of you. Congratulations. Well done for making it this far. Anyway, mate, so we better wrap this up.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to or shall I?
Oh, you can. Give me a break.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my guest, Nathan. Nathan, give yourself a round of applause.
Yay.
Yeah. And thank you for watching Interval Conversations. There's been a lot of them. And there's still some more to come, isn't there?
Still some more, yeah.
So this goes out on Saturday the 25th.
Yeah.
We're filming this on Friday the 24th.
So, 7 episodes.
7 episodes left after this. Okay, yep. 7 episodes. It's going to be exciting. Who's on it? Who knows? Who knows? It's going to be exciting though. So thanks, Nathan. Thank you for you to watching. Thank you to you for watching. God, I'd be rubbish hosting my own show, wouldn't I? Thank you for watching Panto as well. If you've watched it, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it on the Just the Tip page. And wait a minute, before we leave, Just the Tip.
Yes, it's the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, it's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
I thought you were a rabbi and you were taking the tip off something. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.